Now it's my great pleasure to call on stage our first speaker. He's a gentleman called Philipp Schroeder of Tesla. He used to work for a German startup company called Sonnenbatterie, and then a headhunter called. And the rest is history. Please enjoy the stage.
Hi. This is mine. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, everybody. Good morning. So I'm here for the warm-up phase. So I'm trying to give you some insights on Tesla. I think everybody here knows Tesla, and it's a great privilege to present it to you guys. But I thought when I was thinking about my last presentation here with Sonnenbatterie, I thought, okay, I have to do something more convincing than just telling you how great Tesla is. I have to find somebody who has more credibility than I have, because I'm leading sales in Germany. So I'm a sales guy, and that means that's what I do, I'm selling. We gave up about talking about Tesla too much before anyone has been driving the car, because there is something it does with you cannot talk about if you have not experienced it. It's very simple, and it's a brilliant product. And I can only encourage you guys to hop in today and have the same moment and basically see what this product is doing to you on an emotional level, but also purely by experience. But now we go back to let's say, to the facts and figures of Tesla, and I would like to take you through a brief tour of Tesla today. Most of you know it, but still I want to highlight some aspects. I mean, there's probably no doubt about it. Everybody who drove it will always say it was entertaining, and it's a very, very, very performance-like car that you built. But the question is, okay, why do we need electricity? Why is it important? Why isn't it just a gimmick? I mean, there are many gimmicks, but why is it so important? Don't we already have, at least in Germany, the perfect system? We have the perfect combustion engine. More than 100 years of engineering went in such an engine. Yeah? This is what most customers are thinking. They're like, okay, we don't need this. Why do we need it? But for sure, we all know such a combustion engine is high maintenance, it's low efficiency, we all know it's 80% is simply going to be wasted. It's powered by explosions, yeah, it's an expression I like to use. It's highly polluted, and you have gear shifting, etc. So the question is, why did we need it? Why was there a necessity to have a combustion engine? Anybody in the room who knows why we did have the necessity to have them? There's a very simple answer to that. Anyone? The only reason is we didn't have a plug, we didn't have a battery. Nobody would have ever used the combustion engine for anything if there was electricity available. Wherever we have electricity available, you are using an electric engine, also for various reasons. I mean, you would never power an elevator by a diesel engine. Why? There's no reason for it. So the only reason why we built this perfect machine is because we couldn't solve that issue. Today, you see it, BMW is seeing it, Tesla is proving it every day, but also other companies are proving it. We have a technology that we can now use. It's proven, it doesn't have much maintenance, and it's out there since 1888, so pretty old. Now the question again, and okay, nice speech, why does it matter? Why is it so important? And I think these pictures are showing it. If we want to allow everyone on this planet to be mobile, to even have a nice car with a lot of performance, then we'll have to do it. So the reason why we're doing this at Tesla is very, very driven by one goal that is stated by our founder, Elon Musk. I mean, something to point out is whenever you see those smog pictures, people think, okay, this is Asia. It has nothing to do with us. I live in Munich. I don't care. But as you see, that's the Eiffel Tower, and it is an issue that we're having. That was, I think, last year or this year even in Paris already. So the mission of Tesla is to accelerate the transition to sustainable transportation. Yeah, it's as simple as that. If we want to keep on living the way we are, if we want to enjoy those moments like JP and his friend, if we want to have that, we can have it. And we can even have more fun than with a combustion-driven engine, but we need to change, and there are a lot of stakeholders who will do everything to keep us from that, because their technology might be outdated at some day. So this is the mission that's driving us. This is the goal since Tesla was founded, and we are doing everything to support that goal, to become more sustainable in transportation. Okay, this is, you all know the technology curve, and you all know what I'm going to say, because this is a corporate presentation. So we would like to be the iPhone. Yeah? We consider ourselves a game changer. So nothing will be, in the automotive industry, nothing will be as it was before, due to the simple fact that we are changing the technology and the drivers, and also the multiple aspects about how a car is working. Tesla's vision is to reach a car, or to build a car in the near future that is affordable for everyone. So we are reaching to get in the main mass market. But to go there, we needed to start somewhere, and we needed to overcome the prejudice of the market. I mean, if you think about electric cars before Tesla, everybody had the same impressions: ugly, small, low performance, no distance. Basically, we had to build a car that is everything but boring, and that was the Roadster. I think most of you know it. The Roadster was sold 2,500 times. It was the fastest sports car, one of the fastest sports car ever built in a series. And then the second generation, that's the Model S. That's the one that you will be experiencing if you choose to do so today. And obviously, the big goal that we're having is to reach the third generation. So that's really everything we do today is just aiming at that goal. So we also say everybody who's now a Model S owner is helping us to get there. And as you know, Tesla is building now the Gigafactory in order to allow the business to provide such a solution to the market. What is also, let's say, revolutionary about Tesla is that we changed the way how we are selling cars. We are not having any distributors. Just an example, Toyota has a value of $200 billion US, but the dealers of Toyota combined have also a value of $200 billion US. What we are doing is we say we want to interact with our customer directly. So there are no dealers, service, everything you do with a Tesla will be in relation with us, with the manufacturer directly. So that's also a very challenging mission, because we have to build the infrastructure ourselves, we do the charging ourselves, but it's very important to us that if a customer buys a Tesla, he only will have to deal with Tesla and not with any intermediate company. Okay, let's have a quick look at the cars we have so far. We talked about the Roadster. This is where we gained our experience. Many people say, you know, the Roadster was very small in numbers and maybe not as important as we like it to be. But what we say is it gave us the USP that we're having today. We're at the moment building the EV cars for Toyota, the biggest car company in the world. And the last time I was in Palo Alto, I saw the new B-Class, the electric-driven, in our factory, because we are building not only for the B-Class, but also for the Smart, the powertrain. So that's, I think, something that one can highlight. We are already acknowledged by those companies for the core USP that we have, and that's all about how does an electric vehicle work. Okay, the Model S you'll see outside. The interior is also a completely new approach. Once you sit in a Tesla, you'll have a feeling like with an iPhone. There are no buttons left. There are two buttons left. One is opening the glove compartment, and the other one is just for the warning lights. Anything else is monitored or steered and operated via the touch display. So it doesn't matter what it is. If you want to open the trunk, if you want to open the roof, if you want to listen to internet radio, if you want to go online, you all do it via this interface. Also something that the conventional car makers said would never work because people are haptic and they need something to touch. And it's very similar to the iPhone experience. People who experience it after a couple of days, they don't want to miss it anymore. Yeah? So please feel free, see it outside. And also one very important fact is that we have software updates over the air so that we can provide every necessary update also to the engines. The software is running also the elementary systems of the car itself. We can do it over the air, and that's a very, very smart way to do it. Another aspect, of course, that I would like to highlight from a Tesla's perspective is It is one of the safest cars ever built. Why? It's a simple fact. If you look at the car itself, you'll see that we do not have an engine, a big engine in front. The electric engine in the back, in the rear, is like a watermelon. Yeah, the electric engine itself is as big as a watermelon. It has 420 horsepower and accelerates you to 100 kilometers per hour in 4.4 seconds. And the issue is you gain a lot of space. So you have the biggest crumble zone or crunching zone, I don't even know what it is in English, on the planet. And this car is all about security. We have the best rankings. We achieved the best security rankings for safety rankings for a car in the US ever. So there is no safer car in this class according to the tests in the States. Here you see the battery. The battery is the most important component of the car. It weighs about 800 kilograms, and it's in the very center of gravity of the car, so that you have a very low center of gravity, which allows you to handle the car very steady, and you'll see the center of gravity is lower than any Porsche, any Ferrari, so it has a very nice and smooth handling, and the car literally sticks to the road. Okay, just a brief look on the electric engine. We have an inverter that is converting the DC current to the AC current, which we need for the engine. And that's pretty much it. Yeah? We just have one gearbox, and that is everything you need to drive an electric car. So you see a lot of space, a lot of parts are missing. That allows you to give more space to the customer, more security and safety to the customer while driving. Obviously, also the car can be managed via an app. I mean, that's something that nowadays everybody has and is almost a must. But also, let's say the preheating of the car all works via a mobile app. Okay, one last issue about Tesla is always the charging. Everybody says, you know, they drove it and they say, okay, I love it, but you know what, I can't buy it because where can I charge? If I go from Hamburg to Berlin, where can I charge? So basically, you can charge a Model S at every conventional power plug in Germany. If you take a one that you have in your home, the one on the upper left side, it takes 11 hours. That's not very convenient, but if it's all you have, it's something that helps. Our regular solution is that you have a 16 amp power plug that you have at home, and all you do is you plug it in at night when you come home, and you leave in the morning fully charged. So you save a lot of time, it's very convenient, and you never have to go to a gas station again. Okay, this takes quite some time. Also, we have 2 charging points in the car that allows us to, of course, increase the speed of the charging. If I just have one charge port, it takes 11 hours. If I have 2, it's then 5.5 hours. But I mean, everybody knows that we need to go long distance too. And for the long distance, we have invented something that we call the supercharger. The supercharger is charging a Tesla with a range of up to 500 kilometers, 50% in less than 20 minutes. So we position them between large cities. For example, if you go from Berlin to Hamburg, from Berlin to Munich, you can already today charge your car with a supercharger in between. You go have a coffee, grab something to eat, maybe have a quick call with someone, you go back in the car, and this supercharging is free of charge. These superchargers are already available from Amsterdam to Austria, from Norway to Copenhagen, now starting from Berlin to Munich, also Stuttgart, Munich, and Hamburg, Berlin, and Hanover, Berlin are being opened this week. So we will be opening 3 to 4 supercharger sites per week in the next month. So this means until the end of 2014, we will pretty much cover all of Germany. It's also not an issue with in freezing temperatures. This is a picture from the cross-country continental track of Tesla between LA and New York, because in the United States you can already travel for free via the supercharger network from New York to LA cross-continental. This is the final version of what we want to achieve in Germany and in Europe within the next 12 to 24 months. We want to pretty much allow our customers traveling from Scandinavia all the way down to Italy and the south of France. And by the end of 2014, all of Germany, almost all of Germany, is going to be covered, at least the main routes between the large cities. I will stop here and invite all of you to watch us closely, see how we deliver on our promises, and please take the opportunity to try out a Model S today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Philipp.
So,
we have time for 1 or 2 questions. Okay, I have one question for you. Just checking, the market cap of Tesla is $24.6 billion at the moment, dollars, and BMW is 60. How long will it take you to overtake BMW in terms of market cap? I hear they are selling over 1 million cars, and you haven't reached this number yet, right? But how long do you think will it take for you to be
okay, that is like being in a stock-listed, very volatile company. I think that's a really rough or very tough statement to make. Let's say it like this: we believe that the electric car will be a game changer, and we believe that Tesla will be the most valuable car company on this planet one day. I don't know when, but this is the goal that we are aiming for, and we believe that we have the assets that it takes, also due to the way how we do business with our customers, but also due to the technology. So the aim is clear. We want to become the most valuable car company in the world.
And along the way, you are forcing all other car makers to go electric too. This is really the cool part about making electric mobility ubiquitous. Do you have a question for Philipp? If yes, please raise your hand, wait for the microphone runner, and then ask it. Tom?
Thank you. On your very last slide, you had a figure which I couldn't read, but it indicated something about the cost of fuel and the savings on the cost of fuel. Can you tell us what that number is?
Yes, I mean, for Germany, I can tell you, I mean, in Germany, we have very high electricity cost, still, compared to other markets. Still, it will take you about 20 euros to fully charge your car for a range of 500 kilometers. If you take it to the Autobahn and you drive fast, it's going to be 320 kilometers, something like that. But still, you will reduce your cost by more than 70% just for the fuel side. And this is not even covering the maintenance side. One very, very important aspect about Tesla is, for us, maintenance is a loss center, not a profit center. So it's very important that, for example, for our leasing customers, maintenance is for free. So if you take the gasoline prices and the price reduction by becoming or going electric, and you take into account also free maintenance and seeing, I mean, if any one of you is owning a car, just take the maintenance bills of the last 2 years, sum it up, and see what the monthly average is. We think that in Germany we are saving, compared to a 5 Series with a big engine, you're saving up to 250 euros a month compared to that vehicle, including tax, because we have some tax exemptions, service, and gasoline power. So it's considerable, and we see that some players in the market are seeing that. Schiphol just ordered, that's the Amsterdam airport, they placed a huge order a couple of days ago, because for them it simply makes sense to do it from an operational cost point of perspective.
Okay, thank you.
One more question.
Hi, thanks for your presentation. One question is, what is the overall eco footprint of producing a Tesla versus producing, let's say, a similar combustion engine car that is comparable? Thank you.
It is overall, I mean, that reminds me of the questions about photovoltaic at the beginning, right? I mean, there was also this standard phrase that you will never get the energy back that you invested into a photovoltaic system. At the moment, obviously, the energy to produce a battery pack is quite high, but we have a lot of things that we don't have to produce, because there's a lot of things that we don't need. So pretty much, it is slightly above a comparable combustion engine car. Yeah? And what is important to know is that we are using renewable energy to produce. So Fremont, the facility that is producing all the cars in the world of Tesla, is running by renewable energy. So we take this very serious. Also in Germany, we will now introduce, just tomorrow, we will have with SolarWorld, the biggest German photovoltaic manufacturer, a press announcement, and we will support everyone who is driving a Model S to become green or to use green electricity with 5,000 kilometers free of range. So basically, we will award them a certain amount of money to become green, because it's very important to us to be authentic all the way, and not only have zero emissions where at the exhaust pipe, so to speak, but also be overall zero emissions. And yes, I mean, it's a technology that starts only, so there is, at the moment, a slightly higher input for the production. But if you go green and have renewable energy powering your vehicle, which we enable you to do so, then it's by far the better option.
Am I allowed a follow-up question? How about the entire lifespan of a car? You just compared the production cost for the ecosystem, and what about the lifespan of, say, 15 years driving a car?
That's a really tough question, because it depends what fuel you're using, it depends what car you're using, and how much you drive a year. And then, if I say something now, somebody picks it up and says, okay, you know, but I drive 10,000 kilometers with let's say, a hybrid Toyota, yeah, and then you have a completely different evaluation. It's a lot of carbon that we have a calculator online, so you can go teslamotors.com and you can look up what you're comparing to. But it's fair to say that we are the most environmental friendly mobility technology on the market, and that's by far. So not only Tesla, but obviously EVs. Yeah? So that's a fair statement to make, but I'm hesitant of making a comparison, because
okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, final round of applause for Philipp of Tesla.
Thank you.
I get the clicker.
Yeah.
Thank you.